Hey yo, everybody, what is going on? Another episode of the All Pro JAFFOs. We bring you the highly elevated sports talk for the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
The bad guy, man. I have a lot of the
Okay,
asshole takes nobody likes.
nice.
Well, if you be on the show more often, you figure it out. But, ladies and gentlemen, joining us to talk all things F1 from Drive to Survive up to testing, opening weekend. The opening week of the F1 season begins this week, and with us, as always, with that information, the great Sunshine. Yes.
It's fucked, bro.
Yep. I keep it always ready. So first things first, Drive to Survive. Thoughts? Did you enjoy it? Was there
I mean,
last year you seemed a little upset, especially since Max wasn't
yeah.
really involved. Maybe that's the reason why.
I mean, he was involved this time. I mean, besides the maybe 45 minutes of footage that they had on him, and they chopped it down to like, yeah, about 45 minutes. You know.
I mean,
But other than that, like,
I kind of looked at it this way. He was so dominant, you had to keep it interesting in the storylines.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so
You
funny
know
because
what
it
I'm
was just
saying?
like there was like about I don't know how many races that they were missing that they didn't even show because it was just like
And just at
Max
the end,
just
Verstappen wins again.
Verstappen
Verstappen wins
freaking
again. Verstappen wins again.
yeah.
Just, you had to keep the storylines interesting at some point.
You know, they just didn't even talk about Red Bull until like the first and then the scandal episode and then episode 10. And even in episode 10, it really wasn't even about just Red Bull. It was about Mercedes trying to catch Ferrari in points.
It was just,
Wasn't even close.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they had to, if they were talking about Red Bull at all, it was basically Christian Horner and Toto's rivalry and all that other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's the, like, when it came to Max, like you said, he had a couple of things where, you saw him talking about things.
Mm-hmm.
But hold on before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen. Not really Kodak Black, but the 6'10" beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country Gate.
Yeah, fuck me. What's up, Caleb? God damn it! My boy's back! My boy's back!
What's up?
See, man, we all missed you.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it a thing, dude.
I already got him with the Sunshine intro again.
Oh,
Just fuck it, just because.
we're making this a thing, man. Go
I
ahead.
understand.
But with Tito, it really seemed obvious with Tito, the Mercedes director. He was just
His name is Toto.
Toto.
Why people shit up, man?
Sorry, my bad. Toto. It's been one of those days.
You're gonna report on him, man. Come on.
Toto. His kind of like the blow up during that meeting.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether or not to take him seriously. Because even Horner was like, if you got a problem with your car, change your fucking car.
Yeah.
Like, that's on you. That's not, and even
Everybody.
the Ferrari director. I'm sorry, what's his name?
Matthias.
No.
Or
is it Matti?
No.
What?
It's Benotto. His last name. I'm just gonna go by that.
Benotto.
I don't know. I'm in F1 anymore, so it's all good. Like.
So him in again another season Another season of me just loving Gunter. He is great. He's what holds it all together. That guy is too
He's
funny.
the best, man. He's the best. He's funny as shit. I couldn't believe that's what he said. I'm not going to repeat it.
What did he say?
What did he say? I'm not going to repeat it.
Wait. What episode? Like, wait, what did he say?
No, it was like the first episode of the Drive to Survive season. What he said he would do with the whole paddock for 2 points. I'm not repeating it.
I just thought it was hilarious, him and Magnuson's relationship, how that kind of improved. Magnuson straight up looking at him like, I'm not used to being lucky with you guys. Like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is cool.
Heck yeah. He was like, I don't know what's happening, but I like it. Like, I don't know how this is happening. The name on the car is the right thing, right? This is the right car. Somebody didn't just swap it.
Well, I mean, but Gunter said it. I mean, they got all of their parts essentially from Ferrari.
They have a deal with Ferrari for power units.
Yeah, so you would think
units. They still develop their own car. Every car is different.
Yeah, but a power unit is still a major part.
Yeah,
into it.
Like,
and with what Ferrari was doing last year, minus the mistakes which they heavily highlighted.
Yeah, and
in the first season,
they should have. Because some of us were just like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I mean, when we talked about it happening,
Monaco, like, who does that? What?
And dude, I'm just gonna call him the mad scientist. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like Marissa pointed out he looks like the guy from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, he does. He does. He absolutely 100% does. Just with like more hair.
But just from the season, it went over. Like, you could see Lewis.
Yeah,
he was in so much pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
and then they were sitting
my back is on fire.
Just the safety of the drivers. They're trying to hide behind that, and Christian said it perfectly. Like, if there's a problem with your car, fix your fucking car. Like, change your car.
I mean,
everyone was just like, "That's your problem, bro." Like, raise the ride height.
I mean,
lose performance. Oh well, like.
But you're saving your driver's physical.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk about physical pain or like driver safety, like.
So I gotta say, I've went back and I've watched the season. God, I don't know, like 4 or 5 times just to kind of really get it to register, and I still don't get.
Honestly, it was confusing as fuck. This season 5. Oh my god, it was confusing as fuck.
It was kind of all over the place.
It was like every episode would just follow one team like for their entire season.
It would start from the beginning, following that team all the way towards the end.
Yeah, and it'd be a different race or whatever it is, and it's just like, okay, like
the storyline of whoever.
It just didn't make any sense. But I mean, I guess it was a boring year, you know. With Max.
Again, Max
but every Red Bull fan loves a boring year.
Max just dominated the entire circuit. Like, yeah, like they struggled in the beginning. There were some problems, but once that was done, it was
issues.
It was over. Max is just too fucking good, and I'm gonna ask you again. When you first got me onto Formula One, we got into the history, Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the more we talked about Max and the more we watched what he does as a driver,
he's
seeing what he did all last season.
He's super aggressive. He does not give a fuck.
So does that mean does he have the potential to be up to get up there
in wins.
with Lewis and Schumacher?
I mean, if Red Bull keeps him in that car and they keep innovating the way they have been, I think there's a very real possibility that that he can go on an 8-season run, and he might go through a couple teammates, but just the way Horner,
I mean,
it's cutthroat, man. But if you don't perform at Red Bull, you're gone, and everybody knows that. Everybody's aware of that.
well, I mean, Checo's kept his job.
Exactly, he secured his job, so at least till 2024, he's got another season. At the end of 2024, he'll probably be.
But the cool thing about Checo is he's good enough to where if Max does have a down season, Checo can pick up the slack.
There's some times where it's like where he just looks slow sometimes, or he's just being too careful.
And especially with a year of experience, the cars are obviously better now.
Yeah, everybody's pretty much figured that out. That Ferrari sick. Holy shit.
What?
I'm looking at the Ferrari right now. That thing looks badass.
Who's their director now? Because
he used to be I think he might used to be.
was he for Williams?
No. Fuck. Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, I was about to say Alfa Romeo, or was it is it Alpha Torino?
No.
Oh. But so overall, the season as it looks, Max dominated. Lewis was frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yuki is gonna have a problem keeping his top seat with what's his name?
DeVries.
It's and George Russell.
He's a prick.
I'm
sorry. I'm just kidding. I don't know the guy. I'm just kidding.
It's just from what I see.
No. I can't do that. No.
From what I've seen on TV,
he's probably a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's very confident.
Uh-huh.
But he has to be. He does have to be. You're in a sport where that's not his job.
Science made me laugh. In a way, like I remember would they play that the paddle ball?
Yeah.
And they lost the first time. He just walked off.
He said, "Fuck this shit. I'm out."
He's like, "No, I believe we can win if he comes back." He's like, "No, he's a fucking sore loser." He's just walking back to the car all pissed off. It's like, damn, dude. And he said, "I'm gonna go full Latino mode," and then he goes, that mean face look. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Fucking Spaniards. I was like, what the hell is going on here? I was like, did he really just mean mug the camera for no fucking reason at all?
Why wouldn't he? Fuck that shit. Drivers are nuts, Josh. Have you not understood this yet?
Don't you have to be to do stupid, crazy, insane sports like this?
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
It's ridiculous.
200 miles an hour down these tight ass turns. Yeah, you have to be a little fucking off your rocker to do some crazy shit. It's more like 100. Like
it's more like 6. Taking those turns in the chicanes going like 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour, 120 miles an hour.
They're pulling G's, is what I'm trying to say.
It just melts your face.
So, from what you've seen so far in the testing, you said that, or at least you said that everybody kind of looks good.
Everybody looks quick. Shit. The way Alfa Romeo and Zhou Guan Yu were.
That crash, by the way, was wild.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get a chance to see it. Remember, I woke up and came in late.
I forgot. Yeah,
And you
he
said
like
it right.
wrecked that thing, man.
You said, "Oh yeah, they got a red flag, from a crash." I was like, "Wait." I didn't get to see it, so when I actually saw it on Drive to Survive, I'm like, "Holy shit! This motherfucker skidded an entire football field on his fucking head." I was like,
that halo makes sense now, right?
I mean, absolutely, 100%. Jesus Christ, that crash back in the day, dead. Dude's dead.
That's crazy.
And just the flip, I was like, "Oh my god!" The people in the stands almost got taken out when it flipped off the tires.
McLaren, Alfa Romeo might be competitive this year. That's just crazy. I think Pierre Gasly in an Alpine is.
Alpine.
Yeah, I mean that's their English pronunciation. It's the same shit.
The fuck, man! I said Alpine and you corrected me like that.
I did.
So now what? What? Just fuck it now. Whatever it comes out as, Alpine or Alpine, that's what we're going with.
Yeah, I don't care anymore.
So, are we looking at anybody who can be potential dark horse candidates for? I mean, are these cars looking good enough to where contending for
There's like honestly
world championship status?
With the cap limit now that these teams can only spend a certain amount of money, with that in place, it really did bring like the field together. Like it really did. But now there's like several different drivers. I mean, McLaren, hopefully they'll figure their shit out because Oscar Piastri's a monster. Lando Norris as well.
Lando's getting good, huh?
Yeah, man.
Starting to come into his own.
He's gotta grow up a little bit. He gave that race away because he freaked out and like. I'm excited to see Logan Sargent though. Because
he's Williams or Haas?
He's Williams.
Oh, okay. And Ford got into bed with Red Bull, right?
Huh?
Ford is making the Red Bull engine?
I don't think so.
Last time I checked, I think that was the case.
Wait, what?
That Ford had made a deal to get back into F1.
Who said that?
I think it was either ESPN or something about F1.
It's still a Honda. Who said that?
No, I'm just saying, like, somebody is saying that Ford is getting back into F1. I don't know what capacity or with who, but they are. And my question is, would that necessarily be a bad thing?
Oh, God. For to return from the 2026 season. Oh, my God. No. Oh, no.
See? I'm not full of shit, man. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, no.
That's what I saw, goddammit.
Oh, my God, no.
So what, Ford coming back? What does that mean?
All right, can I answer this one? I'm not an F1 fan as big as my man Caleb here. Fords have shitty cars. I mean, they have shitty regular cars. So if you're gonna have a shitty regular car and then now you're gonna just hyper speed everything that's in that
I mean, can you call it this? Can you call it a shitty car when it's the #1 vehicle sold in America?
You do understand all three of us are from the South.
Trucks are good.
All three of us
are
shit. The F-150 is the #1 vehicle.
The trucks are good. The cars are shit. The regular sedans are ass.
Trucks are dope. First step in the zombie apocalypse.
Get a big ass truck.
Just get a truck. Fix them.
Yeah, you got to get yours moving first, guy.
I'm getting it fixed this week.
So, are there any teams that you saw that might come into like contention for world champion or constructors cup, or are we looking at the same three?
I'm still. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be looking at the same three for. I mean, maybe the dark horse team that I can see placing third this year, or probably fourth. I can see Alfa Romeo placing fourth this year. I can totally see that happening. Valtteri's got all the veteranship. Zhou Guanyu's quick. He proved that in testing. I mean, you know, he was number one for, I think it was the first day.
So everybody's looking fast. Everybody's looking quick. Yeah. Ashton Martin, from what I saw,
Drogovic he's kind of nice.
Is Fernando on that team
if what's his name can't go, then it'd be exciting to see.
Isn't Fernando on Ashton Martin?
Yeah.
20 years, man.
Guy needs to retire.
The 20-year vet. Maybe he can't, man. Maybe he needs the money. Maybe that's what he loves to do. He doesn't know what to do outside of F1.
Yeah, probably.
That type of guy.
He can coach.
Well, I don't think that's the same. You got to let the guy lose the fire to drive first. And if he wants to keep driving, fuck it. Let him keep driving.
He'll lose it there because they're going to freaking prioritize Lance Stroll.
Why?
You really?
Well, I mean, is it
still
really,
asking that?
That's the only thing.
Who owns the team, Josh?
Daddy's money.
Owns it? Who owns the team?
You're never gonna win championships that way as a team.
Well, it's gonna happen. I'm just kidding. It's not gonna happen.
No,
it's not gonna happen. No,
it's not. What about Williams? I want to know how the teams who are normally considered back of the pack.
Williams.
I want to see if any of those teams are looking.
I mean, they have a chance. I mean, they didn't look super slow.
Williams and Haas. I'm going for Gunter again. Like, what are we doing?
For sure.
Like, how is Haas looking?
Haas was okay. They were decent. They were all right.
Is Mercedes going to make their comeback?
Probably. I can see
that.
I can see that happening.
Lewis saying, fuck it, I'm getting my 8th.
It's going to be a hard season, man. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a good season. I'm super excited for this.
I'm really actually thinking
it's starting to ramp up, man. Like,
it could be there could be 4 or 5 drivers that can maybe be in contention for this whole thing. You got Max, you got Lewis, you got Leclerc.
Mm-hmm.
You got Checo, who's...
Checo can too. He was close. All he had to do was finish in front of Leclerc, and he would have been right behind Max. It's the second place. So, he obviously didn't do it. And Christian Horner is 100% looking at that. And low-key kind of why he also got Daniel Ricciardo as a reserve driver.
Sad story.
It's not
he was the darling of Drive to Survive.
He is, but it's not that sad. When you don't perform, bro, you don't perform.
I mean,
it's just what it is, man.
Some of these younger talent and everybody coming in now.
This sport has way too much money put into it for them to be like, oh, let's build this together. Like, no, you need to perform now. Like, right the fuck now. Not wasting any more money.
We don't have years down the line, goddammit.
A lot of these contracts are 2-3 years. That's how often these drivers change out. Like, there's new drivers almost every year.
Who do you think if Checo ends up leaving, who would be an ideal teammate for Max? What? No one?
No one's going to be an ideal teammate for Max. No driver wants to do that. Every driver on the grid wants to win the fucking race. Like, they've said this so many times.
Nobody's an ideal teammate for anybody.
No. I mean, people got to get along, so they do. And, you know, there's some friendships that come from it. And, you know, but...
So then how, as a team with the directors and everybody, how do you tell a driver, hey, don't do this because we want this driver to win?
You get the boss on the radio, and then you tell his ass, let him by. This is team orders. Let him by.
I mean, haven't there been times where drivers have ignored those orders?
Uh-huh. And almost like all the time that they fucking crash. Like, teammates crash into each other.
No, we've seen that a couple of times. It's like,
you know,
wow, y'all are stupid.
It's like, shit happens all the time.
Well, they have that
not all the
instinct to want
time.
to fight.
Not all the time. Because now it's like really bad if you do. Like, motherfuckers get fired over that shit. But
I mean, I'm looking at it now going, Max is still, I mean, I don't think anybody can really touch him right now. He's on a bit of a rampage.
He's so fast, man.
He's on a rampage,
So
just
fast.
a straight warpath to history.
He's so fast.
But I think if anything, if he's going to get the 8th, it's going to be this year.
Yeah.
If he's going to get the 8th, it's going to be this year. Because if he's looking this good, if he's looking quick, the car doesn't bounce anymore. He's not destroying his body like he was last season.
Yeah.
You know, let's not rule out arguably the greatest driver of all time now, okay?
Hamilton?
Oh yeah, you can make a very strong case. Lewis Hamilton, he's got all the records.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah. So it's like you can't rule him out already, especially if
No.
there's been improvement made.
What? No.
You know, so Lewis Hamilton could be looking at number 8. And I think if it does happen, it could happen this year.
I mean, Lewis put in a 130. Holy shit. God damn.
Who?
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
And then Mercedes, Alpine. I think Alfa Romeo was.
And they're not far off. These are like 10th and second with these testings.
2 tenths. Checo though. Shit.
So then here's the question: if we're looking at everybody being faster and closer together, how many wrecks do you think we're going to see this year?
Not a lot.
You don't think so?
No, probably a lot. But I mean, these drivers are really good, bro.
That tight,
these
that close?
These drivers are really good. I mean, these guys are, and the fact that they can, go racing with each other and like actually like push and like actually be able to come back. You know what I mean? So,
is there so like during the DRS like straightaways and stuff like that, they just let them by?
Yeah.
That's essentially what happens when you get past it. You just let them pass you.
No, I mean you fight for your spot, but
I say you can't like start going left to right. Like
no,
past me.
No, that's weaving on a straight. That's dangerous driving. You'll get penalized for that.
Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like at that point, it's kind of like fuck. There's nothing I can do. I gotta let him go by.
Yeah, you have one defensive move, and you can't.
And that defensive move
in
is
the
essentially
zone.
picking your lane.
No, but like you can't move over in the brake lane. Like once you get into the brake zone, like you can't move the car over or like that's your line.
Right.
you know, and then you accelerate out, but like it's anybody's game on the acceleration.
That's just, but I'm looking at it going, it's going to be another close one, but this time it's going to be so close to where you really have a legitimate shot that you have 3 or 4 drivers at the end of the season fighting for the world championship.
No, you have to. I mean, maybe.
I think Leclerc's going to be in there. He's good enough to be in there.
But that's the thing. If there's a huge points gap between, you know, first place and second place, like there's a huge gap.
I mean, not too huge.
Like
I mean,
solid,
2 seasons ago, you had an even match up until the last race with Hamilton.
Yeah, because they won damn near. It was either Max or it was either Hamilton. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have trade-offs at the number 1 spot.
Not when Max goes out and wins 15 fucking races in a season.
I don't know. I think there might be.
You'll have a couple of different contenders at the beginning, but then I mean, if this holds true, then Red Bull's team is gonna be.
They're repeating.
Yeah, they're three-peating. No, they're repeating for the constructors, but they're three-peating for driver championship.
Damn.
That's how quick the Red Bull looked, man. Like,
no, I was watching some of the highlights of testing, and I was looking at going, holy
quick,
fuck.
man.
Like, they were ahead of the pack last year, and now with all the improvements and stuff like that, it just it looks ridiculous. Raging fucking Red Bulls are coming, and it's
the black
so then the black
those Mercedes though, I cannot lie, those Mercedes look freaking dope, dude.
The all
black. Oh my god, those they're sick, dude.
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm saying. And Ferrari,
Ferraris is nice, but Mercedes.
Stay away from the silver bullet. Go with the all black.
Oh my god, man! It's insane. It's insane.
I mean, how many times did Lewis win the world championship in the all black? Stick with that. That's the good mojo.
Yeah.
But I mean, so you think George Russell improves?
Yes.
It's a problem for Hamilton, isn't it?
No.
Hamilton will still be ahead. I mean, George Russell will still be making podiums at.
Yeah.
So Mercedes is going to be also contending for Constructors' Cup again this year.
They look like a team that can definitely do that.
Because if that's the case, if Lewis Hamilton is going to be contending for the World Championship, and you're saying George Russell is going to improve, then that only means that Mercedes is going to be making a shit ton of podiums.
Everyone's going to improve.
But I don't know, man. For some reason, I'm looking at I feel it's going to come down to Leclerc, Hamilton, and Verstappen. And there's going to be a dark horse candidate in there at the 4th somewhere. I just can't put my finger on who it could be. And the only one I can think of really is Checo.
Yeah,
so,
yo, his freaking backgrounds are cracking me up, dude.
Always great. Always great.
Oh my god.
Just wait till we start talking real stupid shit and Samuel L. Jackson gets popped up.
Oh, I can't for that.
So early predictions.
Red Bull's gonna continue to
dominate. Pants on.
No, they'll put some gear lube in there. It won't be that bad. But
So you gotta at least spit on it.
yeah, basically.
That bad, huh? It's just we're gonna have another boring season of Drive to Survive because Max is just dominating the grid.
Well, everything else is gonna be awesome. It's either gonna be Max or it's gonna be Checo. From the way Checo was handling the car in testing. So, oof.
So it's gonna be an exciting season.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I'm all for it. Absolutely.
And they got 3 races this year.
I don't know how Vegas is gonna work, honestly.
It looks like a fast circuit. There doesn't look like there's a whole lot of turns. There's a whole lot of straightaways. Like, I think it's built for speed. Like go look at the what it looks like.
I'm going.
Like, it doesn't look too difficult at all.
They're driving it on the streets. How are they? This isn't even. The back straight's going to be down the strip.
Yeah.
They threw in a couple chicanes. That's a boring track, man. Holy shit.
That's just what I'm saying. There's not a whole lot of circuit.
It's going to be a lot of passing and fighting.
Yeah.
But
there's not a whole lot of circuit in the circuit for this one.
No.
It's Las Vegas. What do you expect?
Who cares? Drunk people and a lot of money being spent.
Better get those potholes fixed.
Oh, yeah.
Repave the roads. Or is F1 going to bring in their own pavement for this one?
F1, I mean, they have to put up a suitable road for the cars for F1 to even consider putting those cars on the road, on the street. So I think, I don't know, I've been to Vegas, but like I've never been on the strip or anything like that. Like,
you passed through Vegas.
Yeah. Well, y'all know last year they just had what's my boy name that died? He was a driver. He drove for Hoonigan.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Ken Block.
Ken Block, that was his name. He just died. So
no, he didn't.
I was at my boy's house like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was like, Ken Block died. No. I didn't know who the fuck he was. Then he showed me the video of him driving at Vegas last year. He did like this whole circuit thing. And Vegas, and it didn't look like it was potholes and shit. He had the Hoonigan car out there and all that shit.
I remember Rob Dyrdek did a whole thing about him.
Yeah.
Bro, he's gone. Damn, we're kind of breaking sunshine heart today, huh?
Well, Kim got to get on the info, on the sports info, man.
Man.
I mean, head's been in a hole.
Would Vegas?
He's done some crazy shit, man.
Would Vegas be a circuit that you would want to go to experience a race?
Who, me?
No.
Oh, any of you? Any of you?
No, God no. God no.
Yeah, I'm with Caleb on this one. No.
Staying out of Vegas at all costs.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean?
They need to do some shit.
They have the Raiders now. Immediately, that makes them like the black hole. So that I don't care how pretty their stadium is. I don't care. They're still Raiders.
Stinks. Done.
That's beautiful. That stadium.
The hatred runs deep in the family. They're gay.
I feel you, but that stadium is fucking beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care how pretty it is. It's still the Raiders. They still suck.
I'm with you. But the shit is still beautiful, though.
You can go wherever you want to go and still produce a shit product. Polish a turd, still a turd.
I feel you. But again, they got nice sprinkles on it.
Sprinkles. Fucking hell.
Would you ever want to go to the Abu Dhabi one?
No.
No.
I'd want, if I was going to go to a race, it would have to be Monaco.
That's expensive.
Or, I mean, it's not. I mean, not really.
No.
No.
How much is Monaco?
I think. I mean, we looked at like. I don't know what it is on race weekend, but like around that time, I think for me and Corey, we were looking at like, I think it was $6,000 for, but that was like hotel. No, but like that was hotel, that was the flight, that was like food, that included everything, like everything.
What?
$6,000
each?
Huh? No, total.
Yeah.
Total. Like that's what? Yeah, but like.
Tim, I don't think you understand. $6,000. That's a lot of feet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Fuck. That's a whole hell of a lot of money.
Come on, man.
$6,000.
It's not that much. Put that shit on a credit card.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Well, like, where would
that
you
was paid.
even...
That's paid food, a room, in a 5-star hotel, and on the street, like.
And you're going like all out.
3 blocks away from. I think it's like 3 blocks away from the actual
You're
track.
accounting for shopping and everything.
Everything, bro.
You're shopping in Monaco, living the high life.
Yeah, bro.
Partying on yachts.
No, not on yachts, man.
Y'all will find your way.
Yeah.
So you'll find your way somehow to make friends with one of the oligarchs out there. And get
bro. They have all of that.
Yeah, the
People
yacht
from
parties
everywhere
watching
go to
the
Monaco.
race.
Like all that shit, it's not that bad.
You should look up yacht parties watching the race.
I don't need to. We're not going to be on that. Why would I want to do that?
I'm saying that's like a 20.
Large crowds give me anxiety anyways. Why would I want to be on a fucking boat with a bunch of people?
No, I hate people too, man.
Fuck that.
So then where would you be watching the race?
From the hotel, you can see the fucking track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said he's 3 blocks away. That's kind of why I went back to Stairs motherfuckerly.
Hold on. So you're paying $6,000. You're not even paying for a fucking ticket? It's $6,000 and you're getting free admission from the hotel room you asked? That's hella money. I thought you were including the ticket with it. $6,000.
I mean, to travel overseas from here, from Austin out there, that's not bad.
How much it?
And on race weekend?
Yeah, so during the race event, that's already gonna boost it up, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Even on race weekend?
That's why I said I went back to Stairs motherfuckerly because he said he's 3 blocks away. That's what made me get on his side. All the other shit sounded crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
He said 3 blocks away. I was like, all right, because he's going
from where they actually race, like from the start line,
and you
like,
can see it. You can visually see the track and everything.
Yeah, if your room was on that side, yeah,
you'd have Sky Sports playing in your room while it's fucking.
Fuck yeah, man, hell yeah. Can watch it every time they come around.
Drinking your ass off in the room.
Fuck yeah, having a grand ass time. And then riding a bike around after when they're done and partying with the nightlife, man. Like what?
If you're gonna go to Monaco to do F1,
you gotta do it big, right, man. If you're gonna go to Monaco for F1, you have to do it big.
That's like a skybox. That's dope as shit.
You're gonna end up partying with a few of the drivers.
I don't know about all
that. Somehow, someway, you're gonna find a club with a couple of the drivers.
You don't understand the nuts.
It's gonna be Valtteri Bottas too. Watch. Valtteri Bottas in the club. And you're going to be hanging out with Bottas all day. Or all night.
Hell no.
It's going to be either that or Yuki. Pick one.
No, fuck. Either one. I can't drink like that anymore.
No? You don't like Yuki?
I never could drink like that. Like when those guys party, they party like their lives that like they just survived death. You know what I mean? I don't party like
Technically, they did.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good on that. I'm cool.
Kid's like, I can't hang with that.
No way.
This is death drinking. This is different. This is
Hey,
I'm gonna have a good time. I'm not drinking because I survived. You know what I mean? Like,
jump cut to the next day after the race, and Caleb's waking up in a different hotel than he stayed in. Next to Lewis Hamilton.
Bro, he's gonna wake up in his underwear next to where the pit stops.
Caleb's on the other side of the floor.
In the paddock. I would have woke up in the paddock.
He's gonna wake up in the paddock, all fucking like Hangover Part 2 style.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, wake up like, what the fuck?
I mean, if that were to happen, if I were to wake up in the paddock, I think I would know how to get back to the room.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
They hadn't arrested your ass first?
They probably would have like thrown that.
Drunk and disorderly. Oh, you're in your underwear in the
I'm
paddock.
in London. I got to get familiar with their life.
You can carry the fuck out.
I got to get familiar with their life.
Oh, that would be hilarious. Just wait. Oh, what happened? Oh, watched the end of the race and the fireworks, and I blacked out.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's not
From what? How high are you going up? From what floor?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
This is a years down the line plan.
It's like a 5-year plan.
Hey, well, the F1 season starts this weekend, starting Friday for the practice, Saturday for qualifying, and Sunday for race day. Do you have the time that it starts? You're in the States? That you're looking at right there?
We have... They're displayed in their freaking time zone. Shit. It's not a nighttime game for us. Or a race, sorry.
It's probably going to be early morning our time.
Yeah. You'd have to check the ESPN app on your phone. That'll translate it. I don't know how many hours they are.
It's probably going to be... It's usually about 5, 6 o'clock.
The race is at 6 on Sunday, their time.
6 their time, so what would that be?
I have no clue. Like I just said.
I think it'll be like 6 o'clock in the morning my time, but like 8 o'clock in the morning your time.
Okay.
I think. I'm just gonna do a rough guess on it. So you're picking Max.
Yeah, I got Max and Red Bull doubling up again.
Who's your dark horse?
What is the technical term for cannabis?
That. You just said it.
What?
He just said it. The technical term.
For cannabis?
Yeah. He just said it. You just said it.
The dark horse?
No.
What?
You didn't hear him?
I heard him say, what is the technical term for cannabis? That's all I heard.
Yeah.
Who answered what?
I answered him.
What did you say?
What he said.
I can tell where we're all at right now, apparently.
I'm tired, man.
I know exactly where we're all at. Yeah, tired my ass. You're high as shit.
No. Not legally. I don't do that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And we don't either. Mm-hmm.
It's legal there.
Doesn't stop you over there.
I'm not doing it here.
Uh-huh. Don't. We're on YouTube.
It's illegal.
You get us fucking demonetized. Turn that shit off. Do you not understand YouTube rules, asshole? Of course not. You haven't been on long enough. Get me. Ah.
That
So
would.
who's your dark horse?
I probably got God. Where?
What are we doing? What the fuck?
I don't know who's doing that, man. That's not me.
Okay, was that you?
You think it's me? Are you
Most
kidding
of
me?
it, yes. Sometimes I think you do shit because you just. Hey, was that you?
It's Alpine. I think Alpine's gonna do well.
Alpine is your dark horse?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds like a plan. So he thinks Max is gonna win. Dark horse is Alpine. Alpine making what, like second, third?
Like maybe third or fourth.
Because when you say dark horse, I think third or second or third.
That's not what I think.
Like dark horse. Like, no, 3 or 4. Definitely not top of the pack, but
No.
like near there.
No, they'll be right behind them for sure.
So do you think Alpine's gonna have a few victories in the podium this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think
Really?
Alpine's gonna win a couple.
Think so.
Yeah.
First place finishes. Interesting.
Or at least a couple of podiums.
No, I want to see like first place finishes, like that's the podiums. I want to say first place.
He's not going to compete with Max like that. He won't drive with next to Max and Verstappen like that. Although the Alpines, they do look fast.
Keep back and forth, Alpine.
Oh well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate him for being on with us for talking all things F1. He's a little bit longer than usual.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm trying to go to bed.
Yeah, he's trying to go to bed now. So, ladies and gentlemen, please thank the one and only.
See y'all later.
See you, man.
See you, dude.
Like.
Okay.
My guy.
Before we get moving, ladies and gentlemen, we got to give you a little message from our sponsors here at Raise. What's up, Jaffo Army? JP here of the All Pro Jaffos, bringing you a message from our proud partners over at Raise Energy. Raise Energy takes a giant leap of faith with instilling a high-quality formula to bring the consumer a powerful yet sustained energetic experience to help us put your workouts and focus in general to the very next level. Perfect for anyone at any time. Raise Energy has become the most popular, the best rated energy drink on the market to date, with a phenomenal flavor profile that puts most of the competitors just downright to shame. Powered by the enhanced Refresh technology, Raise Energy delivers with a performance-enhancing energy drink profile that aids in the most often overlooked categories, which include targeted focus, enhanced recovery time, as glycogen becomes depleted, improve clean energy levels, boost in stamina and in hydration. Most importantly, each can of Raise has absolutely 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbohydrates to give you a smarter and healthier option. You should not have to drink or settle for any other energy drink that contains more sugar and carbohydrates than you can count. Instead, opt for the smart choice with the #1 fan-voted energy drink on the planet with Raise Energy Drink. Use the promo code ALPHARAISE at checkout to get 15% off of your order. Demand more. Join the Raise Rebellion. Let them know the JAFFOs sent you. Yeah. I think that came out pretty good.
I think so too. It's very basic, but it came out really well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
at least it's something we can start utilizing more.
But the fact, dude, I laugh at it every time. I watch this video at least 30 times. I mean, probably because I had to, but that's neither here nor there. But I laugh every time about how you fucked up energy and you tried your best not to laugh at it yourself.
Yep.
Bro, it cracks me up.
I was like, motherfucker. Bro, I'm sorry. I had already like done, I don't know, 3 or 4 takes trying to get it right.
And frustration kicked in.
And that one I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking power through it. I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna that's why when I said it again for like the last part of it, I definitely tried to enunciate a little bit better.
For sure. Because Texas for sure came out. Energy.
Energy. Well, I mean, this little friend was not helping that day either.
Oh no. Oh,
going for any of that. So I mean, it is what it is. Good stuff. Formula One. It is going to be an exciting season because like I said, we've seen.
Hold on. Pause.
Go ahead.
Give me a quick 30. Quick 30. Is that your parents behind you?
These are my grandparents. This is my grandfather.
Holy shit, he looks like
on my mom's side.
Right.
And this is my grandma. She passed away when I was like shit, dude. I might have been like 3 or 4, maybe.
Gotcha.
When she passed away.
I thought
but yeah, my mom had
parents, bro. That guy, your grandfather looks like your stepdad. I swear to you, bro. I swear to you, bro. That's why I thought those are your parents. Like, those are your parents?
That old school Mexican looking.
Bro, that's exactly how you looked at your wedding. Hair slick, nice.
It was funny because this one, I mean, like, I love this one because my mom had this one of my grandma, the original photo. Like, I'd always liked that one. So she had both of these. And when we looked at my grandpa, we thought it was hilarious because my mom looked at it and she said, "My dad never wear a damn tie." The face from the picture, whatever that they had gotten it from to do it, they got that perfectly. But my grandfather never wore a tie a day in his life. If it was a tie, it was a bolo tie, if anything. To be completely honest, so that's the only thing of this picture that's a little bit off, but I haven't found a frame for him just yet, and I wanted to kind of have them in the whole shot, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, my mom had them at the house, and I was like, I want to take these home, and she's like, yeah, go ahead, because she already had 2 other pictures of these kind too. So,
but that's super dope. You got them.
Yeah. These are like the actual paint, like the drawings and stuff. Of this one, I was like, I really need to get a frame.
Is that an oil pastel or painting? Like, just as a?
I think so. I might have to ask my mom again.
Like oil pastel to me, but that's why I said oil painting because I wasn't entirely sure.
Oh yeah, it's definitely an oil painting of some sort.
All right.
It's not like, oh yeah, they got the picture and just like fucking screened it on that bitch. Like no.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like an oil pastel. They hit the pastel joint on it.
Yeah, it's that old school like.
It's painting, okay, because I see you. Yeah. All right, cool.
The boards and everything that it's on, it's like, yeah, these things are.
Well, it looks like a regular canvas.
Like, oh yeah.
On wood or is it on a canvas?
I would say among the realm of plywood, maybe.
Gotcha. That's dope. Fuck that. That shit is dope.
It's. I mean, it's a canvas, but it's hard to really explain. I would have to actually show it to you, but it's.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
The way it's done is pretty cool, but I definitely need to get frames for them. But yeah, I wanted to get them into the shot somehow, some way. So this is how I got them. Especially because I had to rearrange the top parts. I got Ronnie, and then the other two, the Longhorn stuff above that. But from here, I like Ronnie in the shot better because that's just all-time guy for me. But yeah, so like I said, good F1 talk. Is going to be an exciting season. People stay tuned. I know they come on a lot earlier because it is an international sport. So some of these races are going to be during times where either we're going to be dead asleep or too early in the morning to be functioning. I get it. It's a hassle sometimes. But if you get a chance to actually watch these races, like the highlight videos kind of only do it so much justice. So if you get a chance to actually watch a full-on race, I definitely highly recommend it. Going into the XFL, they don't have any Thursday night football games. Instead, they have a Saturday night game. The Sea Dragons and the Vipers, both 0-2. The the Sea Dragons, shout out to them, gave us a comment and liked our post on TikTok and social media and stuff like that we did. You know, all our social media right here at the bottom, if you guys don't already know. The Sea Dragons and the Vipers have both been victims of late comeback losses. They're in Vegas again. I don't anticipate it to be raining like it was this last week for them. But the Sea Dragons look pretty damn good too. But I still think Saturday's game, I'm thinking the Vipers are going to finally get. Actually, you know what? The Vipers have been having quarterback issues. I might just go with the Sea Dragons here. Danucci? You might just get one. Bro, why are people hating on the NFL? Have you seen this shit? Or on the XFL?
Hold on, run that question one more time. You broke up a little bit.
Have you seen what people like? There are people hating on the XFL.
Yes, I've had people in person hating on the XFL, and I told them, "Have you watched the game?" They said no, and I said, "How are you talking shit about the XFL when you never watched it?" I'm like, dude, you got a bunch of players that are third, fourth stringers in the NFL, or even second stringers, or guys that used to be ones like Josh Gordon. You have people in the XFL that they're trying to be a pipeline into the NFL. They're showing that they've improved. When you're on a team and you have guys like, say, hypothetically, like a Mike Evans and a Chris Godwin, when you're the third guy and you're not producing, or you're like the fourth or fifth guy, like Scotty Miller got in, but he got in splashes. He only had splash plays because he's like the fourth or fifth guy on the roster. You get what I'm saying? We had Julio Jones, bro, like Julio Jones and Russell goddamn Gage. So those are four receivers right there. Granted, the third and fourth gets hurt a lot, so that's the thing. So you'll get on the field because of that. But at the exact same time, for the majority of the situation, they weren't touching the field. So those type of guys, those are the type of guys that go to the XFL and they be ones. You see what I'm saying? And then now they're out there playing. But the problem is you have threes and fours quarterbacks as well. You have some guys that are pretty solid, but then you have some guys that aren't. So people that hate on the XFL, it's like, what are you looking for? You looking for a Tom Brady to walk through that motherfucker? Like, or you looking for Drew Brees? Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like you're really the expectations. I mean, and I see some people are getting like nitpicky, like all the jerseys and all that other. It's all trash and everything like that. I'm like,
first fucking year, dude.
Well, I mean, technically, yes. This example in fruition of the XFL, yes, it's his first year.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go into any other variation. You can't go into the failure of what a few years back. You can't talk about fucking Vincent's XFL, the original inception of it. You can't talk about any of that. Like,
I mean, you got things that are actually exciting here, and I've talked to people on social media. Some of them they don't understand like some of the rules,
right.
like the kickoff rules and the onside kick, the 4th and 15 instead of an actual onside kick, and everything. Like, and I've had to explain it to people, and they look at it and go, "Huh, that's actually not a bad." It's like, all right, like if you actually give it a chance, then it's one of those things that you can actually critique it. But if you're just gonna, bitch and moan and be a hater just to be a hater, it's like you don't understand. There's a lot of these guys who didn't think that they were going to get a second chance at the next level.
Right.
This is their next chance. This is their next step to get back to the NFL. I mean, the XFL has made it very clear they're not here to compete with the NFL
at all.
They're not here to try and take the spotlight, which we know what league is established.
But you other motherfuckers?
It's all, yeah. USFL, Canadian football, what's up? Who wants to smoke? Let's see who can outdraw. Let's see whose ratings and whose play can be better. And it's great because when you look at sports like baseball, for example, right?
Oh,
when you look at sports like baseball, there are so many players who get to the quote unquote big league level, and they call the big league level, the minor leagues and everything else like too. The draft for baseball is so freaking big because there's so many roster spots to fill. Football doesn't have that. Football has, college football, and then once that's done, once your college eligibility and everything like that is done, if you're not in the league, it's
sorry, Charlie.
You're not playing anywhere really. You may be playing in the Canadian League,
or you're playing.
You may go overseas. Arena football is going to be coming back, soon and stuff like that. There's a lot of, I guess, certain really small time, but not like, A7FL, yeah, you can go to them. But
and then you have like leagues like I played in the professional because those are all over the country,
and semi-pro, and stuff like that. So then, but when you look at it, there's not really a whole lot of legit opportunity for like the NFL to really look at you like the USFL and the XFL have been doing. There hasn't been really anything like this for players to get a second chance. They made an NFL roster, but then they just didn't, something happened or whatever for cases like Martavius Bryant, for Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon, people forget, he was a leading receiver in the NFL at one point with the Cleveland Browns with fucking who as his quarterback? Was it Josh McCown? Who was his quarterback at the time when he was the leading receiver? And the only
when he was with the Browns, his leader was it was either Dozier or Brady Quinn.
It couldn't have been Brady Quinn.
Bro,
I had to have been McCown.
Hey, bro, Brady Quinn played a lot better than you give him credit for with the fucking shitty Browns, bro. You gotta
Brady Quinn was ass cheeks beyond ass cheeks.
He was better than Johnny Manziel with the Browns.
That is fair. I'll take that. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But that doesn't mean
he's not. there's a fucking floor then, Josh.
Well, yeah, there is a floor. Yes, he's just above the. He's hovering, fucking Mission Impossible style above the floor.
I mean, it's a few quarterbacks that the Browns had that was worse than Brady. Brady Quinn,
Jesus Christ,
credit for. Again, it's not much to give him. It's not much that we actually have to fucking goddamn give credit to for the Browns in quarterback, right? Deshaun ain't did a goddamn thing yet, Mr. Touchy Feely. He ain't done shit yet, so
I don't think he is either. I think it's just,
and that's why
it's not gonna work out. Like the karma is gonna come back for that ass, man.
That's why I disagree. I think they're gonna do amazing, and he's gonna get hurt before the Super Bowl. That's where karma's
either way, karma is
I
coming
think they're
for
gonna
that
be
ass.
amazing, and he's gonna get hurt in the fucking AFC Championship game or some shit, and they still win, and he got to watch his team play in the Super Bowl, and they're gonna get obliterated. I think that's how that's gonna go down. I swear to you, that's how I think that's gonna go down. It's gonna be some shit like that.
The Browns are not good enough to get to that point, even with Deshaun Watson. But nonetheless, that would be a hilarious situation.
Defense is good enough, bro.
Nah.
That
Defense good. Defense
enough.
fine. Offense, nah.
Defense wins championships, my guy.
Well, yes, but you also need an offense to be able to get you there as well.
They still have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt kicking ass.
Kareem Hunt might not even be on the team this year. He might be getting traded.
He might be, but if he get traded, then they get assets because Kareem Hunt for sure is going to he's worth a couple twos or fucking one.
No.
He's worth a low one for sure.
Kareem Hunt? A low one? Ooh, I just had an idea. Don't need it, but never mind. No, don't need it.
I don't have shit, so
don't need it. Yeah, I was about to say if anybody needs it, it's the Bucks.
Yeah, we just fucking released Leonard Fournette, and all we got is Rojo. So yeah, but we don't want. I don't want to trade to get Kareem Hunt. Fuck no. Fuck no.
He's a free agent, isn't he?
I
think he's a free agent. I don't think he needs to be traded. I think he's a free agent.
I thought he had one more year left on his deal.
I think this year was his last year. If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but
Kareem Hunt's contract. Oh, Kareem Hunt's contract. He's currently signed to a 2-year, $120 million deal. No, I said $12 million deal. I'm sorry. 2 years, $12 million. Free agent. Oh, unrestricted free agent in 2023. So yeah, you're right.
Yep, he is a free agent. So yeah, you guys can just go sign him.
Yeah.
We'll get a piece right there. You need a quarterback is what you need.
We don't know what we got in Kyle Trash yet. Jit gave us a few splashes, but again, he was still raw. He didn't play much. He didn't get a chance to fucking
I think y'all are gonna try and make a splash in the draft this year.
I don't know. I don't think for fucking I think they released fucking Donovan Smith too. I really think we're going to get an old lineman, bro.
See, I played out a scenario in my head. And I know we're kind of branching off to the XFL, but that's okay because I want to talk about them more on Friday when the games come around Saturday, Sunday. Actually do pick'ems.
That was perfect.
But at this point, it looks like I played it out in my head going, now that you brought it, Kareem Hunt would be a good free agent signing, especially if they're going to try and make this move. So when I say they're going to make a splash, I say they're going to try and get to the point where they end up with CJ Stroud.
The Bucks?
Yes.
We're not getting a little quarterback.
Now, bear with me here. This is how it's going to happen. So you get Kareem Hunt as your free agent, because in case you do get CJ Stroud, you got a good running back behind him to be able to kind of carry some of the load while he kind of gets his feet wet. Kay, if you could do me the favor of bringing up the Bucks draft picks this coming year. Because you did make the playoffs, but you had the record of a top 10 team. So you're in the 20s or whatever this year. But you may
Did you just stop talking?
Yeah, I'm
okay. Good. I'm like, you got real quiet. I'm like, I'm sitting over here, and that shit it took me to the wrong thing. I was already thinking about looking for that shit anyway.
You're 19. Okay, so here's how I see it happening. Let's see.
All right, so let me go ahead and break it to you real fast before you go any further. So, Tampa Bay, I'll tell you, the issue with my team, the problem with my team, they like tall quarterbacks. Brady's tall, James was tall, Josh Freeman was tall. You can even go.
CJ Stroud is not.
You can. He's not our typical quarterback. So here's the thing: we can go even back to Brad Johnson. He's tall. We had Trent Dilfer. We've never had a short quarterback from my really knowledge or anything like that. Like all of the guys we get has always been tall. We're gonna get Will Levis, bro. With that second and 50th pick, we're getting Will Levis. Most likely, either Will Levis or running back. If we don't get Will Levis right now, he's gone. But I think 19, we're going to get a Georgia boy. We're going to get one of them linemen because we released Donovan, so it's not like we got a replacement for him. They would not.
Georgia Carter. That's the lineman you're talking about, right? Carter from Georgia.
The left tackle, yeah.
No, not the left tackle. He's the D tackle.
Nah, I'm talking about the fucking one of them old linemen. I'm talking about not a D lineman, or O lineman. We getting an O lineman with our first pick. That 19 pick is going to be an O lineman. They pulling another Tristan Wirfs type situation. It worked too well with Tristan. Tristan was the most durable fucking lineman we had this past year. Even though he got hurt himself. You see what I'm saying?
I think you guys might have a chance to actually trade with Arizona to number 3.
What will we trade?
Oh. Let's see.
Because I'm like, they ain't going to trade CG and they're not trading Mike. We released Leonard and we kept fucking Levante. We're not going to trade none of the defensive players, so.
I was just going to say Vita Vea might actually be on the table here.
Man, you smoking pixie dust.
You would give up this year. Giving up this year's first, next year's first, probably this year's second, and a 5th rounder next year with Vita Vea to make this deal done, to get to number 3, to get somebody. If you're talking even to get Will Levis, even if you're talking to get him where they have him,
do you think we all? You think we're gonna trade up to get Will Levis when I just said we're gonna get him in the 2nd round, 50th pick? I said
you think Will Levis is gonna last that long?
Bro, he went to fucking Kentucky and he had a average year, shit year at best. I thought they was better, but I was
why the fuck did they have him ahead of CJ Stroud?
Because he's a tall quarterback. People get drawn into that tall quarterback shit. CJ Stroud is 5'10", 5'9". So, like they looking at him like Russell. And then on top of that, you got motherfuckers. It's a stigma of Ohio State quarterbacks ain't shit, and I believe that still thoroughly. So that's kind of what the fuck the issue is with him. Like he got the OSU shit and he's short. All right, my boy. Like, he probably had several conversations about, hey, you think about moving the wide receiver?
Wait a minute. We have a 1st round pick this year? When the fuck did that happen?
Shit, y'all might have did some shit that you weren't paying attention to.
Oh, no. That was.
I still think you smoking pixie dust talking about Vita Vea getting traded. Out of everybody, Vita? Come on, man.
I mean,
come on, nah, man.
Who on your defense would you rather give up?
No, I give up every corner I got instead of giving Vita Vea up, bro. Like, I trade Carlton ass. Fuck that. You trade Carlton in one of them. I love Carlton Davis though. You know what I'm saying? Like, but shit, I like Vita Vea more. That man dropped back in coverage and made a motherfucker fumble against the Packers. Do you not remember that? I can't think of a play that Carlton had for us. He been on the team multiple years. I can't think of a Carlton Davis play like Vita Vea shit last season. Come on, bro. I'd trade a bunch of motherfuckers before I get to Vita. Vita right under Devin. You think I'm gonna give up Devin? Come on, man. Like, no, it's a list. Levante locked in because nobody want him because he old. Like people want him, but they gonna lowball him. So he might as well stay home and just retire a buck. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I mean? Like nobody want him for what he's worth. You know what I mean? They want him to try to lowball him. Let me clear that up because it's a lot of teams want Levante David. Don't get it twisted. But
he is getting to be on that older side. And as a linebacker, that does, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that matters. So people gonna try to lowball him. So you might as well stay home, retire a buck. So that's easy. So I don't have to even mention him. But untouchables, for sure, Devin White's one of them. Like
Devin White and Vita Vea are your
untouchables.
Untouchables, okay.
Non-negotiable.
That's fair. That's actually.
I'm gonna hang up on you. Like I will listen to any offer except for those two.
Okay.
Or Mike Evans or Chris.
So let me give you a situation. Let me give you a situation here.
Right.
I'm gonna really test you here.
Mm-hmm.
If the Tampa Bay Bucks traded Vita Vea and Devontae
or Levante.
Or Levante David, sorry.
Yeah.
Levante David and Vita Vea.
Mm.
Would you stay a Bucks fan?
I ain't gonna
if they traded your untouchables.
Two of my untouchables, it'll be hard. It damn sure be hard, but yeah. Now if they traded, if your list would have said like one of the defensive guys and like Mike Evans, you might well go ahead. I'm gonna be in front of fucking goddamn Advent motherfucking goddamn health with a big ass sign saying, Jason, come see me, my boy. You gotta meet me in this square, bro. I got 16 ounces gloves right here. A mouthpiece that's unopened, bro. I got a pot, bleach water. You can wash your pot, put the water in there, boil your fucking shit, get your shit together because you gonna have to see me, sir. You gonna have to see me because it's at this point, you ain't even gotta talk. Like I don't even want to hear the shit. You should have known. You know what I'm saying?
Like what team would you then root for?
Root. NFL is dead to me. I'm gonna go 33 years of life hating everybody else, and then I'm gonna be like, man,
I'm looking for another team. I'm fucking done with the NFL. Full-time baseball, full-time basketball.
I'm gonna tell you, we had Caleb on and track and field as well, but we had Caleb on, and he touched football, he grazed football, but he did not mention the Colts. He did not mention the Colts. So again, we is all F1 only with him. He was a quarterback, people. Like quarterbacks love football.
Yeah. He was a very big Peyton Manning fan. Like trust me, this is he's fully aware of the team and how bad they are. So,
but that's what I'm saying. Like at that point, it's like, bro, you trade Mike Evans, bro. This man just fucking put 10,000 yards up for y'all. Every year he's been in the league and in college, the man had 1,000 yards, bro. This man has had 1,000 yards for almost half of his life. Like that shit is fucking amazing. Like when you think about that, just like even watching the game of football, you don't even have to play. That's amazing. This man has had 1,000 yards for over 10 years of his life. It's not many people that can say that shit, bro. His
non-negotiable. I hear you.
Like, come on.
And here's another thing. I'm hearing a lot of rumors that Chicago is looking to move on from Fields.
Me too. I heard that.
And a part of me thinks, maybe depending on who the team that ends up going for him, you can maybe get some good draft capital to be able to pick up, because obviously that would only mean that they're picking up Bryce Young with the number 1 pick. with all that draft capital you would get, you continue the build around him. Offensive line, which was abysmal last year, you definitely got to address that. But you can do the same thing with trading the number 1 pick and keeping Justin Fields. Justin Fields was not the problem for the Chicago Bears. Like, don't get it twisted. Justin Fields was still putting up numbers on a really shitty team because he was the only one who could do anything.
That's a fact, and that's after y'all traded for Chase Claypool. Stupid asses.
You know, it just. I think with Chicago, the best thing for them to do is trade out of the number 1 spot, stay in the top, maybe somehow stay in the top 5. You could probably stay in the top 5, especially the amount of draft. The amount of draft capital that you're going to get, you'd still be able to stay in the top 5 because the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to flip-flop picks in the first round. That's it. And then for Chicago, you go for one of the top, because their defensive line is shit too. They go for one of the top defensive linemen in the draft. A lot of people were looking at Carter, the defensive lineman from Georgia, but he has a warrant out for his arrest now. For I think that death of one of his teammates. Apparently and I'm paraphrasing, this is all alleged, and I'm paraphrasing from what I can gather from my memory. I can be completely wrong on what it is. All I know is there is a warrant, that for fact there is a warrant out for his arrest. Because it led to the death of somebody and they were street racing. And then he, did this whole thing to apparently lead authorities to believe that, he had nothing to do with it or whatever had happened. So, we'll see what happens there. That can definitely affect, somebody's draft stock. But I think going back to Chicago, I think with Chicago, I mean, when I see Justin Fields, he has the same skill sets as a Bryce Young does. They're virtually the same type of player. So it's kind of like, I mean, what are you really giving up for and getting in return? You're essentially getting the same player, but you still have the same problem of the offensive line. Your defense is abysmal, and you have no skill positions. You have to literally rebuild this team from the ground up. And if you're going to start with a quarterback, I mean, I guess you would go with Bryce Young you're essentially restarting the rookie contract thing. Instead of, 2 more years down the line, now you got to worry about paying, Justin Fields if he's worth anything at that point. But this last season, I don't really blame Justin Fields for all of it. There's a lot there that was just bad. Bad football, bad decisions by the front offices and the coaching staffs and all that stuff. That's not on Justin Fields. Justin Fields and all that was a top, fantasy quarterback last year, even on a shitty team. And I think truly, if you got rid of him and then brought in Bryce Young, it'd be kind of the same thing. I do think Bryce Young's a really good player. But it's essentially starting from scratch. You have a player that, has to, you already have Justin Fields, who's used to the speed of the NFL game and is thriving in it, even, despite what he has around him. Now you'd have to go, start from scratch with a quarterback that hasn't seen any seen the field yet at the professional level. I think if Chicago is smart, and I mean, you could tell me if you agree with me on this or not. I think if Chicago is smart, they keep Justin Fields, trade out of the number 1 pick, get a defensive lineman to really start building that defensive core. And then from there, off-season free agency and throughout the draft with the draft capital and stuff like that you get, really boost as many of your offensive and defensive linemen, linebackers, maybe a couple of wide receivers in here. If you have a chance to get a top wideout in this draft, you might want to take it. I think Chicago should stay with Justin Fields. That's just my whole thing upon it. What do you think? You are muted, sir.
I was waiting on you to finish your scenario. So I agree that they need to trade out of the first pick, keep Justin Fields, but I disagree that they're gonna be able to stay in the top 5. I highly doubt they're gonna be top 5. I'm serious, dude. I don't think no one is gonna, because you got to trade to a team that probably has going to give you multiple picks, like the Niners did when they
Houston has multiple picks.
Yeah, but Houston's in the top 5.
Houston's number 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would they trade up one spot?
They need a quarterback.
It's 3 good quarterbacks in this draft that you can draft. You don't have to trade up to get one. It's not like it's only one.
It's one of those situations that if you're Houston, do you gamble with the fact that or you just like, all right, we either get CJ Stroud or we get Bryce Young. Fuck it.
Yeah, that's where you see a pack there, because you have a minded coach that already has a solid defense. So now what are you trading for? Like, what are you looking to gain at that point? Because now you have to trade assets to move up one spot.
Just stick with the draft picks that you have now, which are a lot of them.
Exactly. So now you can rebuild your team. You got to trade shit. And if they trade the number 2 pick, you trade down to get a bunch of shit. You see what I'm saying? A bunch of shit.
What about Indy?
Indianapolis?
Number 4.
Yeah.
That might be the best shot, no?
For them to move to 1?
And to flip with Chicago staying in the top 5 to number 4.
I'm telling you, that's dumb, because Indy already ain't got shit. So it's like, you trade that pick or trade multiple picks. It's like, why? You know what I mean? Why do that when you
essentially we're looking for a team that has multiple picks in the draft who would be able to afford just a flip-flop like that.
Yeah.
Houston's the only one that really looks like with the draft capital. Indianapolis does too, though. That's the Detroit does, but they got Jared Goff. You think they would even move up to do something like that? Say fuck it and stay at 6, right? What if you're Atlanta at number 8?
Their best shot is Philly.
Damn, that's hella far back.
Yes, 10. That's the reason why I say that. Think about it. The reason why I say that is because Philly got
why would they need the number 1 pick?
For the simple fact of you can bolster your team. You can get something else. You don't need a quarterback. You can get another guy in a different position. Everybody keeps trying to think like those quarterbacks are going.
Yeah, but I think if you're going to trade up or anything for anybody, if you're Philadelphia, you're not going to trade for the number 1 pick. You'd have to give up too much for that.
I wasn't talking about number 1. I was still talking about Houston. Because think about it. Houston has number 12 as well.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Houston can afford the flip-flop because they still have the 12 there.
I'm sorry. You can do Green Bay.
Green Bay at 15?
Yeah. Green Bay.
They believe in Jordan Love, though.
Sure, the Commanders. Again, you keep thinking
Commanders could be an interesting look.
The Commanders for sure.
The Commanders would have to give up ass to flip-flop.
And Detroit got 2 first-round picks. God dang. Seattle got 2 first-round picks.
No way Seattle just sticks with Geno, right?
Why the fuck not? He's cheaper. He knows the system. He clearly can play well in the heat of pressure.
Do you keep him? Do you keep him as that bridge quarterback for whoever it is that you draft?
Why gotta be a bridge? Why not just stick with him? Like, just go with him completely.
And so then Seattle doesn't need to trade up for anybody as well. They got the number 5 overall pick. They can wait it out.
Yeah, but Seattle has 2 first-round picks. I'm saying one of these other teams can trade with them. Or Houston and all them can trade with any one of these other guys, get their first-round pick and a bunch of other picks.
They got 5 and 20. Miami forfeited their draft pick because of the tampering shit.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans has our 30th pick.
Yeah, but they traded to get y'all. Shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, it's a bunch of teams that want to move up. I'm telling you, the Commanders probably look like the best situation.
To move all the way up to number 1?
1, 2, shit. Any one of those top 5 spots. Except for fucking Indy. Indy not giving that spot up. They need a quarterback badly. So Indy not gonna get that spot up. Indy probably try to move up, but outside of that, I don't think they should. They should stay where they at. But they dumb enough to try to move up. So
I'm gonna say they might.
That's why I said the Commanders might be the best team. Pittsburgh.
There's no way Houston
Try to trade with probably Seattle some shit.
Indy would probably trade to the number 3 or the number 1. Unless Houston tries to trade with Chicago in a flip-flop.
They probably, if anything, I feel like Indy would be like, we'll give you a fucking 5th or 6th round pick. We'll stack it. We'll give you 2 picks if you don't take this person type shit. I feel like I don't think they'll trade up. Like Indianapolis trades the fucking Houston Texans and the fucking goddamn what's the name? Their 6th round picks for 2025 and 2024. Like for what? It's like shit. Some fucking Gatorade bottles and a trainer. Like,
they traded all of that with the promise that they are not going to draft
that
the quarterback they want.
That doesn't get told. You just see these teams like pick weird ass picks. Like they pick this motherfucker.
They picked a punter. What the fuck is this? What is going on?
That's what be happening, bro. Motherfuckers be trading shit. They be giving them cash, giving them shit. Like they be giving them shit, bro. I'm telling you, they be fucking promising not to pick certain players. Like when it comes out, that's how you know it's a condition. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's a man. But most of that time, that shit don't come out, bro. Motherfuckers just pick the wrong motherfuckers on purpose. And then they end up getting shit. Then motherfuckers get traded like good-ass players.
Those are motherfuckers who get fired.
Well, yeah, they'll get fired sometimes.
I don't know. You want to read off that Popple one real quick?
Yeah, let me get to it.
Let me get you a little bit of
La Musica.
Your music. What do I give you? What is just?
You gave me the Popple shit, bro.
Give this one. Yeah.
Are you asking me or are you telling me?
I'm asking you. Is this good now?
I don't know the selection. What's the options? I mean.
Well, there's this that's currently playing. There's something nice and smooth. And weird shit. Or I'll just okay, go ahead.
Dude, I'm still fucking trying to throw the find it. I thought I didn't. All right, I found it. Fuck, I found it. Bear with me, fellas and ladies. This is gonna be a ride here. Before Papa accepted the way to exchange info with someone who was hand to hand. Oh, fuck. That was not what it said. All right, let's start over. I sounded dumb for a second. All right. Before Papa, the accepted way to exchange information with someone was handing them a piece of paper or handing them a paper business card. God damn, I'm fucking dumb. I cannot read. Paper business card to give them your phone and manually type in info. That was a fucking ride for the first paragraph. All right, cool. As curious entrepreneurs, we saw an opportunity here to use technology. Oh, God damn, the way it's broke down. I'm just reading at the end of the shit. Shit. Read, guys. Stop being high. As curious, I would do this sober normally. All right, as curious entrepreneurs, we saw an opportunity here to use technology instead of paper to create a new way to for humans to connect with one another. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. All right. We saw a future where every team and individual can seamlessly connect using our one and all platform, all in one. God damn. All in one platform, bringing the gap between in-person relationships and online connections. A huge part of our culture at Popple is focusing on the sustainable solutions that help the environment. Popple uses technology instead of wasteful paper to connect professionals, saving trees, saving forests. I said trees, fucking bitch. Saving forests around the world. Goodbye paper business cards. Hello Popple. Use a promo code PBP Family at checkout for 20% on your order. Popple is a fucking sponsor of us. They've been here for the whole time. And Popple, we make professionals network better. That's their slogan. Check them out, guys. And that was a ride, I told you. That was a ride. First off, let's screenshot this and do this sober. Let's definitely do this.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, so, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, we're trying to do things a little bit differently. We want to get a little bit more formal. We want to get the ads of everybody and stuff like that in there. We're still trying to get the other partners and stuff like that. We're trying to get certain things together so that we can do it and to get things put on the show so we can get the word out for them as well. And trying to get more music stuff involved. We got some things with DJ Mad Sticks to get some things going up on the show. So stay tuned for that. Corey Hammond, I talked to him a little bit earlier today, and at some point he's going to be on the show again soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later. The A7FL season is going to be starting up pretty soon, so we're only going to have a handful of time to really talk to him throughout the season. So hopefully we can get him on as soon as possible. We're going to get Hans Themistode talk about boxing as soon as possible as well too. All your favorite guests from the All Pro JAFFOs, getting them on. Getting Sunshine on to talk more F1. He was almost with us for an hour this time. So maybe next time if we get him on a weekend or something like that, so we can actually stay up, we can see how it goes. Or maybe we can do a live stream early in the morning watching F1 at some point too. So we'll see how it goes. For pretty much everything else, another show coming Friday. We want to get another reaction video. A couple in before then, maybe get something tomorrow as well. But until then, next podcast Friday. We will see you guys then. For myself, JP, for the 6'10" beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K. We will see you guys next time. Deuces.
and I promise I know how to read.